Tom Bailey and Roy Rogers against Wayne Ferris and Tojo Yamamoto. But then the big main event of the day, expiration of time match, superstar Bill Dundee teamed with the Dream Machine to go against the team of the Big Angel and Dirty Dutch Mantell.
Ooh, man, oh man, what an expiration of time. Tag action you like, tag action we got. By golly, I'll tell you, we'll have a bunch of it. Plus a lot of features on here that I know you're going to enjoy this week on Championship Wrestling. Let's get ready for it. We'll take time out, be back. We'll be introducing or reintroducing Big Red to everybody out there. We'll be back in just a moment. We're going to be ready to open up with our first tag match. We've got 3 of them lined up today on Championship Wrestling, and by golly, I hope you'll stay for all of it. Coming in right now, a guy that we haven't seen in a long time, and what a delight to see his big smiling face back here. Hey. Big Red, best known for the Holy Ghost Splash. How you been doing, Pop?
Well, I'm so glad to get back here. I don't know what to do, you know what I mean? The promoter have a way of getting what the fans like. And he said, Big Red, the fans been asking about you. We know you busy down in Atlanta, Georgia and stuff, but you got to come back. And I said, hey, I'm on my way. Lord have mercy.
Tell you what, it's good to see you back, partner. It doesn't look like you've shriveled up and gone away.
Hey, I've been eating good. I've been eating good. I ain't been on no kind of diet. And that Holy Ghost Splash, boy, just jumping like, well, Lord have mercy.
We're looking forward to seeing you in action. You got any idea when we can see you in about around?
Hey, it's going to be in the very, very near future. You know, like the people that's watching this television now, you know, I want to tell you that Big Red coming. He still got his Holy Ghost Splash. He done started something they call the Big Red Movement. And I want to tell you something, boy. It's talking about getting down to the real nitty-gritty. Woo!
When it comes to taking care of business, let me tell you, if you've ever seen this guy, you better believe that I don't have to tell you to come see him. If you haven't, you got an experience. Red, it's always a pleasure. You got a big smile on your face,
hey,
and
I'm
you
always
take care
like
of
that.
business.
Tell all the kids to meet me at the arenas. I'm still coming early. I'm still out trying to help the handicapped, the sick, the shut-in, the misfortunes, who people don't ever talk about. You know what I'm talking about? And I'm still fighting for them people. Them the #1 people in my life right today. I'm still a Christian. I'm still hanging in there, and I heard there's some tough competition around here. Think they can't be whooped. So write the promoter and tell them to put Big Red on them. Lord have mercy.
Okay. Red, again, a pleasure to have you back.
Good,
and, man, it's been great to see you
yeah,
out
good
there.
to see you. You look good, too.
Oh, hey, feeling great, and it's always good to see you. Oh, yeah, one of our favorite people. You run into some nice guys around this world, and that's genuinely one of them right there. Big Red. He's something else, isn't he? You know, I love the fact he's in there, and he takes care of business, no monkey business when he's in there. But he's got that smile, and he's just something that enthuses you, and he's just super. I love it. Davey, we're ready for our opening tag match. Let's take a look at who's going to be in there.
All right, it's a 1-fall, 15-minute time limit match. Introducing at a total of 403 pounds over on the right of your screen. From Lexington, Tennessee, Eddie Gilbert and his partner from Memphis, Tennessee, David Price. Going against him, total weight 498 pounds, from Turkey, the Turk. And from Mexico City, El Toro. This match will be 1-fall, 15-minute time limit. Referee Jerry Calhoun.
Seen the Turk and El Toro once on Championship Wrestling. I've seen them a couple of times. These guys are large. Boy, they carry a lot of weight in there. This Turk is built to low to the ground, but is he broad, and El Toro makes it up when he's a big, tall guy. And peak, too. Bell time. Here we go.
We're underway. Turk. Shoving Eddie Gilbert back to the ropes. Eddie takes him down. Maybe a little hair there. Eddie Gilbert quickly back on his feet, though. Top wrist lock by Turk. Eddie Gilbert. Good move. Through the corner, and here comes El Toro. Eddie Gilbert, boy, using the speed and those wrestling moves to his advantage early in the match.
Yeah, he's doing about the only thing he can do with a guy that's as big as Toro and the Turk, and that's use their own weight against him in the leverage in there.
Eddie whipped over into the corner. And there was the Turk out on the apron. Turk in there now after the tag. Back to the ropes. Eddie Gilbert fires him into the ropes across the way. Eddie drop kicks him, puts him on the mat. Low center of gravity, but boy, that drop kick put the Turk on the mat anyway.
Caught him great. 1 foot in the head, 1 foot right on the shoulder, and just knocked him right off his feet.
El Toro, whoa, back in there, but the Turk grabs Eddie from outside. Pulled him back onto the ropes.
Referee Jerry Calhoun right on top of it.
El Toro makes the tag. Big Turk. The forearm. Ooh, suplex. And a cover. Count is 2. 2 count is all he gets. Eddie Gilbert able to break it at that point. Boy, it looked for a moment like he had him. Eddie using the upper arm. Arm drag across the ring.
Don't know, Dave. Even though he's given up some experience, Eddie probably needs to tag out the young David Price over there because he's been in there since the opening bell.
He has indeed, and we're now at 2 minutes 45 seconds of this first fall. Well, the only fall, as a matter of fact. It is a 1-fall, 15-minute time limit match. El Toro. Ooh. What's to the midsection? Turk taking his time about leaving, too, after the tag was made. Eddie Gilbert up in the air, body slam by the Turk. David Price over in the corner, arm outstretched. He's ready for the tag from Eddie. Turk, right hand to the midsection. Eddie Gilbert, boy, battling back. He staggered the Turk. Turk around behind and pulling the hair. And a forearm across the chest. Right below the windpipe. Turk makes the tag. El Toro from Mexico City. Eddie heads to the corner, gets the tag on David Price. 4 minutes into the action.
Toro stopped him cold when he came rushing through those ropes, Dave. That's that inexperience.
Price really tagged by the Turk. El Toro puts him into the rope. Got him with a part of the elbow, looks like the upper arm. There's the cover. 1, 2. It's over. 4 minutes, 25 seconds. Whoa. After the bell
starts again.
Yeah, here they go again. Turn. Firing David Price over the top rope.
David hit right on his tailbone when he was going out on that ring apron over there.
Now both of them with Eddie Gilbert. Eddie Gilbert up in the air. El Toro off the ropes. Match is over. Turk and El Toro had won it.
Price down on the floor. He really hit that ring apron hard. Eddie bleeding. Man. Come on. Referee Jerry Calhoun with his hands full in there trying to get these guys off of Eddie Gilbert.
Comes Big Red. Big Red. After the Turk. El Toro. And Turk and El Toro out of the ring. As Big Red keeps flying in here. And got rid of him rather quickly, as a matter of fact.
You got that right. The big guy in here runs Turk and El Toro out of it. Eddie Gilbert, his head busted open in there from Turk and El Toro after the bout was all over with in there. They had already gotten the pin on David Price. Eddie paid the price, though, and Big Red, Johnny on the spot, and glad to see him right back in there. And by golly, we've got more excellent action coming up for you. We're going to take time out. We'll be looking at the bomber Wayne Ferris and Tojo Yamamoto right after we take time out for this. Back to Channel 3's championship wrestling action here in just a moment. Before I get into the Garden Tuesday night, a reminder, Saturday, March 28th, LaGrange, Kentucky. Among other things, a 10-man tag match. Some of the names that will be there, the Bounty Hunters and Jimmy Kent, the Angel, Gypsy Joe, Sonny King, Tojo Yamamoto, Coco Ware, all-star card, LaGrange, Thursday, March 28th. All right, Tuesday night, the Gardens. By golly, I'll tell you, one match alone is going to be worth the price of admission Tuesday night at the Gardens. And that's going to be a 6-man tag match. It'll have Jerry Lawler, Bill Dundee, and the Dream Machine on one side of the ring. And on the other side of the ring will be Tojo Yamamoto, Dutch Mantell, and Jimmy Hart. Not going to be an easy match, Jimmy.
They hurt Wayne Ferris, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Wayne Ferris is going to be out for 4 to 6 weeks. Let me tell you something, Gimp and the Blimp and the Wimp. You're in the most trouble you have ever been in your life. The referee, the stupid idiot referee, I had Lawler beat, there's no doubt about it, and he loosened his hand up where he could hit me. Thank you, Dutchie. Thank you so much, baby. Thank you.
Let me say one thing, Jerry Lawler. I think you have beat on Jimmy Hart enough. And now you want to join forces with Bill Dundee and the Nightmare, as we call him, and any 3 men that can break rules. Those 3 fit the description. I'm going to tell you what, Jimmy Hart is going to be in the ring with me and Tojo in Louisville. And I'm going to say one thing. Neither one of you low-down dogs is going to touch Jimmy Hart, because we have a big investment in this man. And I hope you guys feel real good. You heard Wayne Ferris. You heard a member of the family. But let's remember one thing. We're not going to get mad. We're going to get even. And when we get even, Lawler, you think that broke leg was something, well, you better have the Dream and Dundee carry you out of the ring. Lawler, might be your last night in Louisville. Dundee, don't run. Dream, don't hide. The family is coming, and we're coming to do some damage, Lance Russell.
That'll be Tuesday night in the Gardens, and I got to tell you, a lot of personal irritation going to be involved in that match. You be sure and be there Tuesday night. Yeah. A couple of young fellas coming out. They'll be in this next tag match. I don't particularly envy them, because they'll be facing the Southern Tag Champions. Would you bring your lunch over here and leave it with us, Jimmy Hart, for crying out loud? Popping up in the ring, ready for the official introductions, Dave.
One fall, 15-minute time limit match, total weight of 407 pounds. From Memphis, Tennessee, Tom Maley. His partner from Nashville, Tennessee, Roy Rogers. Going against him at a total weight of 465 pounds. From Japan, Tojo Yamamoto. And from Memphis, Tennessee, Wayne Ferris. Their manager, Jimmy Hart, also in their corner. One fall, 15-minute time limit. Your referee is Jerry Calhoun.
You might take a look at Jimmy Hart, by the way, Dave, and all the wrestling fans that haven't seen him with that neck brace.
Neck brace,
Yeah, we'll have more about that a little bit later on. One of the little pains that Jimmy can expect with the kind of attitude that he's got. Yeah. Tojo and Wayne Ferris, they're the current Southern Tag Champions. They won it in what I consider to be a rather tainted way. They don't really care as long as they got the belts, but you saw it right here. On Championship Wrestling, Wayne Ferris starting against Roy Rogers. Roy, we had, I think, his second professional match here on Championship Wrestling, and that was only a couple of weeks ago. Yeah. And he's a young fellow that's coming along, an awful lot to learn. Tom Maley, not too much further ahead of him in experience. Tom hadn't been at it that long, but pretty good move on the top wrist lock. Roy takes him back over. Tojo saying he used the hair. Jimmy Hart screaming hair, hair, hair. Some more of that brainwash routine with the referee. And Calhoun tells Tojo, forget it, I'll do the refereeing. Ferris turns him over. Roy Rogers comes right back with him. Rogers holding on to the arm of Tojo Yamamoto again, and Tojo this time turned over and put down on the deck, and Rogers goes in for a tight arm bar, but can't hold it. Rogers over the top. Tojo caught as he turned around. He was going to go for a backdrop in there. Rogers gave him the leapfrog, went over. There's a tag out to Wayne Ferris. And Wayne comes in, double-handed chop. Ferris with head and hair. Slammed into the turnbuckle is Rogers, and Ferris follows it up with a forearm that drives him to his knees. Turnbuckle again, tag out to Tojo. Referee trying to pull Ferris off of him as he's got a foot in the neck. Better watch, Jimmy. Somebody hit you right in the neck again. Woo, big chop from Yamamoto. Wow. Rogers feeling the chopping block of Yamamoto. From behind, it's Ferris. And now Yamamoto comes back in. Busting Roy Rogers, and Wayne Ferris takes a tag and puts a foot in the midsection. 1 fall, 15-minute time period.
We're about 3 minutes into it right now. Nice move by Rogers.
Rogers got out of the way as Ferris took him too lightly, and look at young Tom Maley come after it. Uh-oh. Wayne was getting ready to be slung into the turnbuckle across the way on a whip from Maley, and he just banged at his eyes, and that was it. Pick up a body slam. Maley down. Catches a foot, Wayne Ferris. Again, on the shoulder, tag to Yamamoto. Ferris and Yamamoto, obviously, heavy favorites in this match against the much younger, much less experienced team of Tom Maley and Roy Rogers, and Yamamoto not heeding the referee about letting go of the hair. Tojo with a point of that foot right in the midsection. Again, a warning from referee Jerry Calhoun.
Devastating here as Tojo had him by the arm, and he just whipped him toward the center of the ring, and Ferris caught him with that leg as Maley was on his way to the mat.
That's a big chop, cover by Yamamoto, 2, 3, and that's it.
4 minutes, 10 seconds the time, 4:10.
It was just a matter of time, to use an old song, for Ferris and Yamamoto. But we've seen some stunning upsets right here on Championship Wrestling. And, of course, that's the thing you hope for, that you get an opportunity to see a young fella come along like Coco Ware did when he won the TV championship in here. Maley and Roy Rogers will have to chalk it up to experience. Jimmy Hart and his Southern Tag champs, Ferris and Yamamoto, did it in what, 3 minutes and something? Or
4:10.
4:10, 4 minutes and 10 seconds. Yamamoto and Wayne Ferris. And Jimmy, you want to get your lunch and take it with you? Never mind. We'll take time out, and we'll be back in just a moment. With championship wrestling action, we've got some more. Remember that big main event expiration of time tag match that we have. Bill Dundee, Bill Dundee and the Dream Machine against the Angel and Dutch Mantell. And back out, Wayne Ferris, Tojo Yamamoto.
First of all, don't you ever call me Bomber again. And second of all, Jimmy Hart's got a lot to say today and a short time to say it.
Well, I see he must have a long time in his mind, because you got your lunch here. You left sitting over there on the desk while the match was going on. We want to talk to you about the neck brace. We were making mention of that, Jimmy. How about that neck brace in there? Looks like you ran into something you couldn't handle.
Well, so let me tell you something. First of all, I want to talk about this black band around my arm, because I am mourning for one of the family, handsome Jimmy Valiant, baby.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to have a 1 second mourning for handsome Jimmy Valiant, because he ain't here no more, and Jimmy Hart, Wayne Ferris, Dutch Mantell, and, of course, the Imperial Tojo Yamamoto is. So, Valiant, that's enough for you. I did everything I could to save Jimmy Valiant, but I couldn't do it.
A lot of
But
heart.
he's in the past, baby. That's right, Jimmy Hart. The Dream Machine. He stands out here and goes, woo! I'm the man that ate 36 jelly donuts. Woo! I'm the man that got beat by Jerry Lawler. Big deal, Dream Machine. You're nothing, baby. You'll never be anything, and now you've teamed up with Dundee. Dundee, you're going to have the biggest lesson that I had to learn in my life, because he's going to eat you out of house and home, brother. When me and Tojo and Wayne and all of us go out to eat somewhere, maybe some beautiful nice Japanese restaurant or some steakhouse, where's the Dream Machine? He's in the car. You know why? Because he wants to go by McDonald's for a Happy Meal. A Happy Meal. Well, Dream, I've got your Happy Meal for you, baby. So you come on down there, brother, because I promise you, we're going to eat you up, man. And that's a guarantee of that. I'm going to have him back exactly where I found him, and that was licking labels on cans over in West Memphis, Arkansas at that can company. Tell him, Tojo.
Yeah, well, I think the fact that you guys, as we made mention, won the titles, but tainted because Dundee was the only one here. At least he had to.
No buts about it, Lance Russell. We're the champions, right? And we want to be treated like champions. And we don't want to wrestle jerks like Dundee, the little sawed-off midget, or that big fat slob, that hunk of blubber that calls himself the Dream Machine. You know, he ought to be a poet instead of a wrestler, because all he can do is say a bunch of rhymes. He don't know how to wrestle. He just gets up there and shakes his legs, sticks his tongue out and hollers. But I'll tell you what we did to him. Tojo Yamamoto, he stuck them slaps in that fat boy's chest so much he cried like a baby.
Mr. Lance Russell, I want to tell you, you listen real good. All your people, this, the Dream Machine, I don't call him no Dream Machine. You know what his real name is? Septic Tank Machine. I'll tell you what, the Septic Tank Machine, he turn around, he two-faced us, he two-faced Mr.
Come on, Billy. Hey, come on, you guys. Settle it down.
Start digging a coffin, buying a long time, we've another family crying. I'll show you what these jelly donuts can do in this belly. I'm heavy on my feet and light on my feet. Hard you knock Jimmy banging, he's gone. You don't love nobody but yourself. You don't even love your wife. You got 7 kids, 2 by your own wife.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. He don't waste any time mourning for anybody, but that's the kind of nature that Jimmy Hart's got. They're making a big deal out of the fact that they won the Southern Tag Belt with you alone as the only one in there to try to go, and they couldn't even do that, honest.
That's right, Lance Russell. All the paper champions and the Dream Machine and the Superstar are going to show you how big and bad they are, man.
That's
right, baby. We can do it to it, Sonny Pruitt. Take a pill like we'll go to the hill like Jacksonville. 275 pounds of romping, stomping, graveyard destruction. I am that man that's been high, been low, been bad, been good, Dallas, Texas, and Hollywood. If you know what I'm talking about, all my soul folks. I'm talking to the people in Orange Mound, Scudderfield, Bearwater, Smoky City. I'm talking to all the people because they know where their soul's coming from. Woo! So much soul is hard to control.
You know, I have seen you in the last few times, and there's an entirely different nature about it. When you came in here, Billy, he was all serious, all business. The guy was one of the meanest, roughest wrestlers I ever saw. He's still a lot of that. But now he's got the legs shaking, and he's happy and hollering and the whole thing.
Well, I feel good, baby.
Wait just a second. I want you to see. I thought it would be interesting to see some of the moves of the Dream Machine. So we've got a videotape we kind of put together. Dream and Billy, I'd like for you to see. I think you might even be interested in seeing some of the Ferris comes in, and look at the Dream go after him. Ferris into the rope. Shot to the midsection. The big 273-pounder letting it all out. He puts a headbutt, and there's a tag on Tojo, and Tojo says, oh, I didn't mean to do that. No, and the referee says, you got him. You want to lose it? Starts the count on him. Dream animated. And Tojo says, whoa! Green right back at him. Thanks, Tojo. Yamamoto in. Hook, hip toss. And the Dream puts him down with that headbutt again. Ferris putting an eagle eye on him. But you couldn't keep him out of there with a tractor pulling against him. Dream, and not exactly your picture book version of the martial arts, and Tojo says, Wago. And the Dream, a drop kick. That's what never ceases to amaze me. How this guy, as big as he is, can get up and drop kick the way he does. Ferris charges in. Green tags him. Tojo saying, crazy man, crazy man. Ferris taking his time. He's looking to Dream over. He's not sure about him. Stuck him. Dream not inhibited by any rules. So that makes him a good match for Ferris. Yamamoto. Bounces Ferris's head. Ferris standing there looking at the referee and got nailed. And Dundee raises a foot, bounces Tojo down. Ooh, the big leg. And Dream was something to prove. And he can beat any of Hart's boys. Rolled out of the way.
Was that doing some dancing?
I know.
I was doing some self-lance.
It's a whole different Dream than when you came in here, man.
A whole different Dream. Old days gone, new days here. I was doing some steps out there to make Fred say ashamed of himself. But you know, you asked me why was I doing all that. I'm going to explain to you exactly why. Because I never cared about the wrestling business. You can call it seeing the light, call it uptight, or call it what you wanted. But I have never enjoyed the wrestling business because I would always come in. Jimmy Hart called me in to destroy Jerry Lawler, always coming in for money. Always coming in for money. Money is the root of all evil, but now I'm with the superstar, and we're going far. If you can understand what I'm saying. The old Dream is gone. New Dream is here. Going to be shucking, jiving, moving, and grooving, because I am that man that walks that barbed wire fence 32,000 miles barefooted. I eat steel stone cakes, stabbed lightning with bread, picked up the Blue Guinea Rock, caught 9,000 buckshot, went out in the jungle, got a he-line, a she-line. I whooped the she-line and died the he-line to row. If you know what I'm talking about, 38 pistol, 45 frame. It's not so much weight on my shoulder, but it's a lot of hell on a man's brain. It's going to be a lot of hell on your brain, Tojo Wayne Ferris. I guarantee you that. Woo, I feel so good today, baby. If you know what I'm talking about. I got my main man right over here. He's a little man, but I tell you what, he's got more fights. He's got more fights than any man I know of. Bill Superstar Dundee, and baby, we're going to do it to it.
Okay, that's Dream Machine.
You've got to add this. The Dream Machine and the Superstar got a little resolution. We're going to get rid of Hart, Tojo, Yamamoto, and the whole family, brothers. They're all
family.
gone.
They say I turned my back on the family. You know, Charles Manson had a family, but it's all gone. Jimmy Hart, I'm after you. Jimmy Hart, I will get you one way or another. You picking these dog head face Dutch man tell you a low-live egg-sucking dog yourself.
That's the Dream Machine. If you heard what he said and understood it all. We got more wrestling action. Big main event with Dundee and the Dream going against Mantell and the Angel. That's all coming up in just a moment. righty, more action to come right here on Wave Country's Championship Wrestling. We'll get back to it in just a moment. Hey, let me give you the entire card coming up Tuesday night. Gave you that six-man tag match, but that's not all. Great card, too. Tom Maley takes on Gypsy Joe, Jimmy Kent and Roy Rogers, and then it'll be a tag match that'll have the Bounty Hunters with Jimmy Kent at ringside going against Sonny King and Ron Sexton, and then followed by that six-man match that'll have it all. Yes, sir. Tojo Yamamoto, Dirty Dutch Mantell, and Jimmy Hart wrestling. I don't mean at ringside. He'll be on one of the participants on that side of the ring going against Jerry the King Lawler, Bill Superstar Dundee, and the Large Dream Machine. All of that takes place Tuesday night right there in the Gardens. And that one bout alone, you're going to find a lot of mad going down in there. You don't want to miss it because it will have some of that explosion that'll take the Gardens lid right on off. Tuesday night, make your plans. Hey. We are back and about ready for Jimmy. What is it?
Let me tell you something, Lance. When one member of the family hadn't got a chance to show up here, we got another member taking his place, baby. So Wayne Ferris is going to be with Dutch against you-know-who.
Okay, so the Angel out and put Ferris in. That makes kind of a formidable team in itself. Not that the Angel certainly wasn't. But Wayne Ferris back in with Dutch Mantell, and we are about ready, if we can get the action to settle down long enough, for the official introductions. Davey?
It's a match to the expiration of time. Team of the most falls to their credit when the time expires wins the match. Introducing at a total weight of 454 pounds, from Memphis, Tennessee, Wayne Ferris, and from Oil Trough, Texas, Dutch Mantell. On the right of your screen, at a total weight of 484 pounds, from Australia, the superstar Bill Dundee, and his partner, the Dream Machine. This match to the expiration of time, referee Jerry Calhoun.
Dream wandering all around the ring. You can't keep him in the picture long enough hardly to get him, so let's get it down to one-on-one. Bell time, and we're off and running. Dundee and the Dutchman starting out.
Well, we've been looking forward to this one all day and all week, as a matter of fact. Dutch Mantell, Dirty Dutch, from Oil Trough, Texas.
I've made mention of this. I'm not really sure whether I have on Championship Wrestling or not, Dave, but Mantell, with all the things that irritate you about him, this guy is so fast. Boy, he is a quick one, and he's hard to handle.
Indeed. Fine basic wrestler, as is his partner Wayne Ferris. It's some of the attitudes and tactics that you start to argue with sometimes when you talk about those guys. They're going against a rugged team, too, and the superstar steps over Mantell. Let Ferris have one, and right back to work on Mantell. Gets him off his feet down on the mat. Billy's partner, the Dream Machine. Handful of hair by Dutch Mantell. Referee's right there and stops that. Well, he didn't stop it. He stopped it briefly, but Mantell continues. Go over the hair. Dundee to the corner, and here comes the Dream Machine. Mantell over for a conference with manager Jimmy Hart. Dream fired into the rope. He plants a foot in Dutch Mantell's back, picks him up in the air, body slams him. Dream back to the corner, makes the tag on Dundee. Dream holding Mantell up on the rope. Dundee with the foot. Mantell. Oh, he let him have it with that right hand. Mantell makes the tag, and here comes Wayne Ferris. Dundee. Using that right hand and down to the mat. There's Wayne Ferris. Dundee went for the cover, got a 1 count. suddenly realized he was very close to Mantell out on the apron and broke the cover at that point himself before Mantell unloaded on him. Dundee, whoa, whipped into the turnbuckles, tried to reverse it, but couldn't do it. Dundee catches himself on the rope, presses him down to the mat. Count of one, and Mantell in the big boot break it up at the count of one. Dream Machine stepped in to keep it even. Dream Machine kind of taunting Dutch Mantell a bit. Dundee makes the tag on Dream. Dream Machine standing in the center of the ring, and he's saying to Mantell, come on out here. We're about 4 minutes into the action. Dutch Mantell fires the Dream Machine into the turnbuckles, but Dream out of the way. A headbutt. Dutch Mantell on his knees backs into a corner. Wayne Ferris starts in there. He goes back. Mantell makes the tag. And it's going to be Wayne Ferris against the Dream Machine. First fall of action. In an expiration of time match. Dream Machine moving Wayne Ferris around that ring. He makes the tag, and here comes the superstar. Double backdrop. Dundee goes to work on Ferris. Mantell in there. Dream Machine working on Mantell in the corner. Dundee's got the shoulders down. Count of two. Ferris broken at the 2 count.
Everybody's there.
Yeah.
Dream handling Mantell in the corner, laying that 275 on him. Bill Dundee going to town, double leg drop.
Ferris now with Dundee's shoulders down. Referee. Oh. Referee did not start the count. Dundee flipped into those ropes. 5 minutes, 45 seconds gone in this first fall of action. Ferris with a reverse neck breaker. Count of 1, 2. 2 count and almost 3 count. Dundee just got that shoulder up.
Mantell raising Sam Hill with a referee about not counting fast enough.
He thought it was a slow count, but Dundee's shoulder lifted up off the mat just before the 3 count fell. Backbreaker across the knee. Count of 1, 2. Dundee again breaks it at the count of 2. Mantell down in the small package. Dundee couldn't keep him there for a 3 count. Out Mantell into the rope. Both of them hit the mat as it came off those ropes. Ferris took a shot at Dundee as he was leaving, so Dream returned a favor on Mantell.
Yeah.
Dundee gets the tag. Here comes the Dream Machine. We're 7 minutes into the action. 7 minutes gone.
There you got a current member of the Jimmy Hart family and a defected member of the family going at each other. Dream covers him.
Only a 1 count on Dutch Mantell. Mantell in the air and a body slammed by the Dream Machine. Dream covers again. Count of 1 again is all he can get. Mantell's tough. No doubt about that. Bill Dundee in after the tag. Oh, referee got one.
Mantell, ring it, he says. referee, Jerry Calhoun, and Calhoun put the disqualification. That's what it is. Jimmy Hart and his crew, Ferris and Mantell, disqualified in the first fall of action. So they are now one fall down. Ferris and Mantell disqualified as Mantell reached out and smacked the referee. I don't know whether it was on purpose or not, but the referee, he didn't really care.
He didn't care. He immediately called for the bell to be rung. 7 minutes, 44 seconds was the time on it, and one fall up. It's Dream Machine and the Superstar.
Yes, sir. He reached out and rang the referee's bell, and the referee returned the favor, as you said. He said, ring the whole bell right there. We did it. And what was
7:44.
Hey, that's the first ball. We got plenty of time for big action today on our expiration of time, and a dandy match it is. We're going to be back to it right after we take time out for this.
Wayne Ferris and his partner, Dirty Dutch Mantell, find themselves one fall down here in the second fall of action as it's about to get underway. Superstar Bill Dundee and his partner, the Dream Machine, in the ring right now, along with referee Jerry Calhoun. Mantell, Ferris, and their manager, Jimmy Hart, making their way back up to the ring apron. And as soon as we get a signal from the referee, we will be underway with fall number 2. Dundee and Dream Machine have a one-fall lead due to a disqualification.
Mantell popping the referee caused it. Davey, while this second fall is starting out here, I want to take the opportunity to say hi from all of the championship wrestling gang. And I know from the wrestling fans throughout all of the championship territory, to Dave Ferguson. Dave is laid up at the moment in the Baptist Hospital in Nashville, Tennessee. Many of you remember I was looking at the Briscoe-Lawler tape and that, and Dave was the referee in that particular one. And Dave, we just want to tell you, babe, we're going to be looking for you to get out of there in a hurry. Talking about fighters, boy, here's a guy who's a real fighter. And wish you the best of luck in there and a speedy recovery. Get out of that hospital. We'll look for you back around championship wrestling here very shortly. Dave Ferguson, good luck to you, man. In the ring, Dutch Mantell, the Superstar. Down goes Billy. A little hair in there, which the referee couldn't see, is obviously Mantell had it covered. Look at Dundee when Ferris comes in. Dream Machine waiting his opportunity to get back in and get after some of Hart's family. Oh, smarts on the fingers. Dundee, flat of the foot, legal. Has the tag on the Big Dream. Double team with Dundee and the Dream. Whip. Went over for the backdrop, and Ferris got him. Tag on the Dutchman. Here he is. Dirty Dutch with the elbow. Rattle the Dream Machine. Once again. Oh, he missed the knee. Tag on Ferris. Back in the chair, Jimmy. Sit down. This time, it's the Dream who got Ferris, who went over for a backdrop. Woo! You hear the Dream. Tag. Dundee comes. Tag to Mantell. I don't think Ferris wants too much. You look out. They're down on the floor. Dundee and Mantell. Dream going after Ferris. They're battling on the floor. Stop it.
All right, stop the second ball. 10 count for both of them fighting on the floor. Both were counted out.
Get down and bring it up. Bring it up. Following referee Jerry Calhoun, saying he's the one, and well, of course, I think it was kind of a mutual thing in there. And the referee considered it that way. What he did was just stop the fall rather than have it pounded around so much on the floor down there as Dundee and Mantell started. Then it was the Dream heading for Ferris, of course. You know, he'd take either one of them. I think what I was going to say in there before we got into the hassle on the floor, so the second fall will just be a stop fall. That means that Dundee and Dream are still one fall up in there because Ferris and Mantell have not registered a victory in a fall as yet. So Dundee and the Dream will check the time, see if we're going to have time for a third. What I was saying that I think since the folks saw the match here with the Southern Tag Team Championship, when Tommy Rich, due to other commitments, could not be here for that match, and Dundee was faced with a choice of either having to just give up the belts or get in there and battling himself, and obviously he did. I don't think Ferris wants much part of him. Ferris seems to tag out when Billy comes in there.
He stays away from it.
Let's check our time. We'll be back in just a moment. Back to Channel 3's championship wrestling action right there in the Garden. By golly, I'll tell you what, Tuesday night, that's when it's all going to happen. And I know that one bout is going to be worth the price of admission. Yamamoto, Mantell, and Hart, Dundee, the Dream, and Lawler. Ought to be a whale of a bout in there, Billy.
I don't think there'll be too many leg dives or go-behinds in this match, Lance. It's going to be a fight. You know, when you get involved in a situation that gets a little out of hand and you're going to call somebody to come in, you usually have a lot of explaining to do, but we didn't have no explaining to do, brother, because this guy volunteered. Jerry the King Lawler just asked us to do one thing, leave Jimmy Hart to him because he wants to finish the job, and he's going to do it, brother. Hart, I wouldn't be you for nothing, brother.
The Dream.
We done put Wayne Ferris out of action, got 1 down, 3 to go. You can compare this match in Louisville, Kentucky, when they turn all the prisoners in Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary loose and give them a $20 bill and a bottle of whiskey. It's going to be just that wild because that one Dream has got that 38 pistol on a 45 frame. It's not so much weight on my shoulder, but it's a lot of hip man's brain. You know, I just flew in from Milwaukee to save my daddy's life, come down in Louisville and caught Hart in the bed with my wife. You know this ain't no time to be messing with me. Jerry Lawler, come on in here and tell them what it's going to be being like.
That's the Dream.
Lance, one little difference this week is the fact that I don't have one arm tied behind my back. And Hart, you don't have anybody else left in that dressing room to call out there when you get in trouble. So this is going to be my night. Just me and you, Hart. Like I said, the Dream and Dundee going to keep them other guys off to the side, and I'm going to get my little match with you that I got cheated out of last week. But this time it's just me and you with 2 hands. I can't wait.
I'm going to be looking forward to seeing that entire night of action Tuesday night. I never gave that a thought. By golly, he doesn't have any of the other family around in there. He's got them in the ring. Mantell, Yamamoto, Jimmy Hart going against Jerry Lawler, Bill Dundee, and the Dream Machine. That's a 6-man bout that'll be taking place. You make certain that you've got your tickets and right there at ringside and wherever. Bring the entire family for action Tuesday night when it all takes place in the Garden. Times the best laid plans, boy. We never could keep anybody in the ring. We couldn't keep the action.
Didn't have a pin.
Stop, disqualification, and everything else. And our time is up, and maybe it's a good thing we don't have time for a third fall.
I think you're right.
Dundee and Mantell were trying to kill each other down here, and Ferris and the Dream Machine going at it in there. Let's have a recap, Davey, on all of the action.
All right, in the opener, it was the Turk and El Toro against Eddie Gilbert, David Price. Turk and El Toro won the match, 4 minutes, 25 seconds. Then after they had won it, they kept beating up on Eddie Gilbert after after they'd thrown David Price over the top rope. And Big Red came in, though, and kind of rescued Eddie Gilbert and ran Turk and El Toro out of here. Wayne Ferris, Tojo Yamamoto, using size and experience to defeat the team of Tom Maley and Roy Rogers. 4 minutes, 10 seconds was the time on that. Then, in the expiration of time tag team match, match we had looked forward to, and we were not disappointed as far as action is concerned. We had Wayne Ferris and Dutch Mantell against Bill Dundee and the Dream Machine. And Dutch Mantell punched the referee. He says it was by accident, but the referee disqualified him anyway in the first fall, so Dundee and Dream Machine win that fall. Then Dundee and Dutch Mantell get to battling each other on the floor. Referee, meanwhile, has told them the count. The count goes to 10. They're both out, so it stopped.
Nobody was back in the ring.
No. Dundee and Dream Machine win it by virtue of that disqualification in the first fall.
Yeah, so we had a win and a tie, as a matter of fact, for the team of Dundee and the Dream. Hey, our time is up. See you next week. Championship Wrestling. Bye-bye, everybody.